Guys, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I'm here in Amsterdam for the next web conference, and more specifically, the Chivas Venture Global Final 2019. From hundreds of entries, 20 countries around the world, 20 finalists got selected, and now they're whittling them down to 5. Tomorrow I'm going to have George with me getting some shots as well, because it's going to be a mad day, but today I'm going to go in there and just find out who the last 5 are that are going to get to present on the final stage. It's happening in the next 10 minutes. And then on Friday, I get to do a bunch of interesting interviews with some of the world's best tech people, including one of the founders of Wikipedia, Larry Sanger. Right, I'm gonna go in there and catch the last minute nerves. You bend the door handle.
Mariana.
Mariana, I'm David. So how are you feeling?
I think this explains it.
Has it been more or less intense than the accelerator?
100 times more intense.
100 times more. Exhausted, tired, nervous, excited?
Nauseous.
Nauseous?
All of the above.
Stressed, yes.
Well, good luck to all of you. Are you feeling good?
When I get my coffee, I'm gonna feel better.
Really? That would send me over the edge. Looking like a superstar. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, excited to
Yeah.
the results.
Do you feel relief now, or do you think you'll feel relief once you know what the answer is?
I think after we know the results.
Okay, good luck, good luck. That is it. They are looking nervous, as you can imagine. But actually, I think they formed a good bond by this point, which is, at least at the beginning stages, they didn't know each other, but now they know each other. So there's a bit of solidarity. Look at that camaraderie. That's lovely. It's decision time. It's happening. It's happening. The bigger boys have arrived. Look at this thing.
Please keep fighting no matter what, and know that there's a lot of us out there championing you to keep moving and to keep doing more of it. Start with Helena. Second.
Hey!
Victoria. Speak. And Copia.
That is it. These guys are the 5 that are going on stage tomorrow and competing for the $1 million. There are some seriously good projects here as well, guys, so you should definitely check them out. Massive congrats, champion. How you feeling?
My co-founder, tell him.
Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna listen to the call.
Bro, I'm sorry. The journey ended of the top 10 and we're in the top 5.
Yes!
I'll see you tomorrow on the big stage.
Yay! So good, so good. Congrats, man.
Thank you so much.
When am I gonna try your product? So, it was full and now it's half empty. How do you say the name?
Sealing.
Silly Nat. And so how do you make this?
So we make it from agricultural wastes.
Yeah?
In a natural process, in a fermentation. For example, we're currently using corn cob, so it's the corn once you have taken out the kernels.
Oh, okay.
The corn.
Okay, I used to grow corn on the cob.
Oh, really?
So you eat the corn, then you take the cob, and then you put yeast and
hot water.
cold water, and then you end up with basically a sugar alternative.
Exactly.
And is it better or worse for you, health-wise?
It's super healthy.
It's really?
Low in calories, protects your teeth against cavities.
Yeah?
It's amazing. You can eat all the candy that you want with it and no cavities.
Oh, mate.
Ideal for people with diabetes also.
Okay.
And
Well,
tastes just like sugar.
okay, I'm going to try it then. I'm going to try it then. Okay. It even looks like sugar. Here's the taste test. Honestly, it's like the Impossible Burger. I don't need sugar anymore. We're done. That's genius. Okay, I might have a new favorite. How you feeling?
Grateful, privileged, stressed already for tomorrow.
No, let tomorrow worry about itself. And if people want to see your project, it's
Speak.social.
Speak.social. Go and have a look. I think it's very, very inspiring. How can you resist this face? I mean, come on. Do you feel more or less relaxed now seeing the space?
It's amazing space. In fact, I feel relaxed because it's not round.
Oh really? Yeah, yeah. They can't attack you from all sides.
But I love it. Like, look on the colors and everything, and everything is so prepared.
And if the tire business doesn't work out, you make a great builder anyway. This is going to be home for them. It wouldn't be Holland without a boat ride. Hello, sir. Thank you. And the sun's come out in perfect time.
Very welcome in Amsterdam.
Wowee, look at that. That is travelling in style, my friends. That is travelling in style. Go on then, let's have a look. The weather has finally arrived. Welcome to Amsterdam, everybody. Welcome to Amsterdam. And now to dinner. A wonderful combination, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jean-Christophe, and good evening to all of you. This is my 5th year as a judge of the Chivas Venture.
That is the end of day 1. We are fully back in the Chivas world. Have you checked out this ceiling? Absolutely stunning. I'll see you guys in the morning. Got drenched. That's the studio and that's the main arena.
I just thinking, like, you can never replace the magic of touch.
That's all that'll be left.
Real human connection.
Human smoothness and unprecedented creativity is all we have left. So you may as well train in that.
Yeah.
It's a good future if we can make the governance work.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
that's actually where humans only should have to focus on.
Yeah, exactly.
Touch with presence and creativity from divine source.
Exactly, exactly. So we need more people training like you to be chefs and masseuses and huggers and very creative, open thinkers.
Yeah, I'm both. Okay, so my future looks bright.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
just like the weather.
Yay.
What was your name?
Imaya.
Imaya, nice to meet you. We'll try and keep it down. Welcome everybody to day 2. And we're talking about replacing sugar, making recycling tires, logistics on food waste, digital identities on the blockchain, cultural exchange with refugees and people coming into new cities for the first time. So brilliant, brilliant projects. I will put all the links below. Make sure you go check them out. You get your chance, try a seaweed burger. The best smile in Portugal. he knows. Wow, looks so good. Where can people see your stuff online? What's your name? Julian.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, I'm David.
Nice to meet you, David.
You got Jamal down like to a T, that's beautiful. Wow. I got to admit, I think the guys are looking in pretty good shape given how much stress they're under. I think they're well prepared, good professionals, and it's nice to see because no one likes to see someone, well, you like to see them feeling it, but not absolutely decimated by the pressure, so it's all looking quite good. She's looking very rock star, ready for a big moment. It looks good. It looks really good. We're now backstage. You probably can't see anything at all, but it's looking good. We'll be hanging around here until they come back in off stage. He's ready. I am officially the Dermot O'Leary of the Chivas venture. Nerves are running high, but they're ready, they're prepared. I can feel it. There's a sense of, they've got the eye of the tiger, they've got it. Are you feeling ready?
Oh, are you serious? Not really.
No?
No, I'm just trying to feel the space.
Yeah,
and with
embrace
every
it.
minute, it's worse and worse. And a friend of mine just told me, just feel it. Feel it like it's your house.
It's your playground.
But believe me, my house is much more smaller.
This is your sand pit. This is where you play, where you have fun, where you belong.
Let's see.
See how you go. Good luck, good luck. The man is getting wired up. And Zoe's made it in. This is it, come on, bring it in. Good luck, buddy. Thank you. You smell so good, by the way. Thank you.
Please give a warm welcome to your host for this evening, Mr. Richard Ayoade.
Thank you for providing enough applause to cover that short walk. My name is Richard Ayoade. Welcome to this historic building. It's good to see so many of you here. It is too many vowels in my name, I know that. Sonal Shah. Please welcome her.
Go Sonal!
Thank you for coming.
Go on, Jamal. Go on, Jamal.
Hello. Alexandre Ricard.
Go on,
Here he
Alex.
is. You insist on giving money away. Why don't you keep it like I do with my money? Lastly, we have the actress, philanthropist, founder, and CEO of Backstage, Zoe Saldana.
Go on, Zoe. Go on.
Your own mic. This is a step up. This is show business already. We're in the land of show business.
Thank you.
We're both internationally renowned for our business sense, entrepreneurship, and bone structure. It's almost unfair for us to even be in a room with other people.
Go on, Hugo. Go on, Hugo.
Every week, 3 million people move to a new city. But many people believe migration is something to fear and to fight. What if migration was an opportunity? And what if we were to put people in the center of the solution? Everyone has the right to feel at home in the city where they are living.
The franchising model is really smart. But what are the key risks and challenges that you face franchising your model, and how are you going to overcome them?
Yeah, so we started Take Speak to Your City, which is the social franchise model 12 months ago. And we have been opening one city by month, more or less. We are in 11 now at the moment. The risks is trying to identify the right founders. We have sometimes refugees and migrants that sometimes need some capacity building programs, or it's difficult for them to commit full time. That's why we are here. And I think we will learn that on the next 6 months to understand what are the set of skills that are needed in the beginning.
Yes, good work, my friend. Good work, Richard. Good stuff.
I was a few months away from becoming an officer in the United States Navy when I went out for lunch and encountered a homeless man begging for food. Something about him compelled me to stop and invite him to join me for lunch. In some of the wealthiest cities in the United States of America, 1 in 4 don't know where their next meal is coming from. Meanwhile, over 183,000 tons of perfectly edible food are wasted every single day, enough to fill up the world's largest football stadium to its absolute brim.
What have you learned since you launched Copia, moving forward? What not to do, or what?
Great question.
You know, what lessons have you learned?
So many things. I mean, there's food waste that happens everywhere. So how do you focus and create a replicable model? And that's what we've done.
Xylitol is a natural sugar substitute that protects your teeth against cavities. It's ideal for people with diabetes. It's low in calories. But most importantly, it's the only one that tastes identically to sugar. Sweet, huh? Together, we did something amazing. We created a process for making xylitol cheap and sustainable.
How are you choosing which farmers or farming areas to work with in order to maximize impact with those who can most benefit?
We chose a city that is closest to Mexico and that had the most abundant agricultural waste that we had, which is corn cob. Mexico loves tortillas. We love using corn pretty much in everything. So we tried to do something that was close to a city to also have a good impact on the transportation that we're doing and lowering the costs of it as well.
Go, Martina.
We throw away more than 1 billion used tires each year. Many of them are being buried, but most of them are burned. It's ridiculous, and I mean it. It's ridiculous because we can use all of them in a circular economy. We can reuse it, we can recycle it, we can transform it. At Syntoil, we transform used tires into rubber again, where we are producing valuable products from used tires in the circular economy.
Once you have reduced it, what do you do with that?
So our first customers are rubber producers, and those are what we call lowest hanging fruits. With a bigger scale, we would like to work with tire producers.
Now, from the Netherlands. Okay. It can sometimes be unpleasant to boast. From the Netherlands, Ty, and his company is Tyken. Please welcome him.
Where were you born? Amsterdam? London? My place of birth says ... Of course, I know where I was born. In Kuwait, the city of the graveyard. During the Gulf War in 1990, the birth registries got burned. And I lost the only proof of my existence, my birth certificate. I was only 5 years old when I lost that document. And I became the invisible man. Today we have 290 million children under the age of 5 that lack this document at birth. And they're not only missing on their basic human rights, but they're vulnerable to sex trafficking and child labor. The root cause of the problem is the current identity systems that we use. Paper-based, siloed, centralized, fragile, hard to share, and hard to verify. Identities need to be private and secure. And that's what we do at Tyken.
So what are your key steps to really rolling this out and getting the buy-in from the organizations that need to use it?
We pilot it in small areas in Africa, in the Caribbean islands, where there is natural disasters, where there is hurricanes, for example, so that we are able to fasten the aid distribution process.
Smash Brothers, good work.
Now look, while the judges choose their winner, and they're going to leave, there's no way for you to visually ignore what's going to happen, but we don't want to draw focus to it. And yet, by talking about it, I am drawing focus to it.
Feeling good? Feeling good? Feeling happy about it? You like it? Yeah? You got it. You got it figured. You got it locked.
Please welcome them back to the stage as they discuss matters you may be interested. Please. I'll now leave in a way that doesn't draw focus.
Zoe, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you. I'm having a blast.
Can you tell us a little bit about BSay and why you started it and what motivated you?
It's a way for me to interpret what my American experience as an American has been thus far. I always felt sort of excluded of the American narrative. I felt that it was always speaking to me, but it wasn't really representing me. And right now, 40% of America is multicultural, US born, whereas in the 1960s, that was 15%. Yet the content that mainstream media creates on a daily basis still caters to a 1960s model of our population. I honestly feel that it is on all of us to create that content, if it's not built for us, that best represents what America looks like today. I feel that what is important and what is going to make this a game changer is building businesses around social and environmental purpose.
All I can say is you are the real deal.
Oh.
And we should all look up BSay and what you're doing there. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you both very much.
They literally have like 5 minutes to decide who they're going to give, how they're going to split up like $900,000. The boys are back in town, boys are back in town.
Oh, they're coming on off their own bat. This is how well trained you are. The judges, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them back. Thank you for your judging. I like how you've formed a pop idol kind of wall here. It's very pleasing to see.
It was tough because of the quality of your projects. In any case, every single one of you will get at least $50,000.
Wow. That's a bit of a result.
Can I just say, is my stomach rumbling or is this a music cue? No, this is music. Okay.
So 3 projects stood out. So in third place, receiving $100,000
goes to Speak.
Now that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So in second place, receiving $240,000
goes to Sin Toil.
And finally, receiving $310,000, the winner of the 2019 Chivas Venture Global Final
goes to Healy Nat.
Say goodbye to sugar. Yes. Well done, Mexico. You are the global winners. He's killing it. Get that kiss, get that kiss, get that kiss. Ah. There's our winner. Looking great. Hey. Good work.
I'm excited. This is awesome.
She's loving it. Loving life. Why not? Why wouldn't you be loving life? You just gave away $1 million to people who deserve it. You can't be crying. You've got loads of money.
I know. It's the last part.
Congratulations. Good work, guys. Well done. Thanks for making it all happen in the back here. These two, they run the show. These are the guys you don't mess with. They make it all happen. And I've been just sheepish.
Stage manager Richard and the host.
Yes.
He did a good job.
Yes.
I'm proud of the name Richard.
Exactly. They're both twice my size, so yeah.
Glory. Glory.
Great work. I am really chuffed with the result, I have to say. I think the guy from Mexico is amazing. I'm excited that the competition is becoming more of a community, that there's more of a sense of sharing and a network between them, which I'm really chuffed about. We're going to have some drinks and a bit of food, and I'll be back here tomorrow interviewing Larry Sanger, the founder of Wikipedia, along with a couple of others. as well. So have a great evening. I'll pick it up on day 3. And just like that, we're back. Good morning, it's the 3rd and final day. It's interview time, I must admit. I'm a little bit nervous. The more I'm reading about him, the more I realise he's a bit of a hero of the internet, an unsung hero potentially. So I'm looking forward to hearing his story. Last minute illegible notes before I go outside. I'll be on in like 1 minute. So before we get into the stuff that you're up to today and where we see the future going, I would love to just dig into the archive a little bit. Like, who was Larry before he had the internet to play with? What were you playing with as a kid? Where did you grow up?
I grew up, I was born in the Seattle, Washington area, and I grew up in Alaska. Usually the shortest kid in my class, and I got into philosophy in a big way. I wanted to be the great American novelist, but then I decided I needed to actually know about life before I did that. I didn't actually get online per se until 1994, but I did, like a lot of people who grew up then, a lot of geeky kids. I actually started doing a little bit of programming in like 1983 or something like that, so yeah.
And when did it kind of, the penny drop for you that the internet wasn't just going to be a little add-on to our lives, but it was going to be absolutely fundamental to all of our lives, and indeed, obviously, to yours?
Soon after the web sort of hit the mainstream with you know, the Netscape browser and so forth, about 1995 or so.
I like that thinking that openness doesn't mean weakness, actually, that natural systems are all symbiotic.
Quite the contrary.
And if you've got these sort of self-writing mechanisms, that actually produces strength in the long term, having that diversity of input.
That's right. I was wrapping up work on a website, Sanger's Review, and I was actually going to pivot it into what would soon later become known as a blog, and I shared the idea with some mock-ups with various acquaintances and friends, one of whom was Jimmy Wales. And he said, don't work on that, come and work on this. His instructions were very vague. Do a little bit of background reading about open source. It was just going too slowly, and Jimmy wanted to keep things as lean as possible, no more like programmers. And I just had one programmer to work on with
so demanding, one whole programmer.
Yeah, a friend told me January 2nd, 2001, over a Mexican dinner in San Diego about wikis, and he was very geeky. He had spent a lot of time basically working on these collaborative pages where, amazingly, they weren't crap, but anybody could go to the page and just hit an edit button without even logging in.
Yeah.
And just start editing the text on the page and hit save. Even now, the idea sounds absolutely absurd. But if you go to Wikipedia, at least on a lot of pages, it still works that way. On the spot, I thought, well, we could use this to solve the problem that we were having with Nupedia.
Okay, that's great. And then you alluded earlier to the fact that this sort of crowdsourced way solves the problem of it being too demanding for a small team and actually has some self-regulating mechanisms. But you said that that wasn't enough in the end. So what ended up becoming the problem as you see it, and move us on to where your thinking is at the moment?
I look at Wikipedia as being a bit of a missed opportunity, actually. It could be much, much better. There's only like 10,000 active contributors, people who contribute enough to Wikipedia in any given month to have the right to vote for administrators on Wikipedia. It's not very many.
I didn't know that.
For a top 5 website.
Yeah.
It could be millions. Well, why isn't it? And the reason is that it's centralized in a way. It's decentralized in that you know, it lives in cyberspace. Anybody in the world can contribute to it, and nobody is like calling the shots for everyone. But it's centralized in the fact that it is a single website. It has its own unique culture, its own unique set of rules. And not everybody in the world who wants to work on an encyclopedia wants to work within those rules.
So on a content level, it's kind of decentralized, or tries to be, but at the back end, it's kind of more of a centralized architecture.
No, it is. It is.
So what would it mean to go beyond that then?
Well, create a decentralized encyclopedia network. Mm-hmm. In 2015 or so, I came up with the following idea. What should exist is a database of all of the encyclopedia articles in the world, right? And then the ability to rate all of those articles. If we can uniquely identify individuals so that there is reliably one person, one vote, and then everybody has the right to vote on what they think about each article, then basically there would be a knowledge marketplace, a competition to write the best article on each topic. Everpedia began as a fork of Wikipedia in 2015. I wasn't among the co-founders. I joined the company 18 months ago or so. And the reason that I joined the company is that the guys decided to move Everpedia to the blockchain. In the case of the Everpedia blockchain, it was just a democratic vote. If more than half of the users agree that a certain edit or a new article is acceptable, then it's added to the database.
So is it fair to say Everpedia is kind of like Wikipedia Mark II with decentralized back end and a delightful, beautiful front end so that even laymen like me can get involved? And
I love the way you put it. Yeah, we should have you as a spokesman.
Would you go as far to say is that you kind of believe in a future of the internet that is more decentralized, that shares more of the ownership, or do you think it's a case-by-case basis?
I think in general, I hope that as we learn more and more about how important privacy is and security, and as our eyes are opened, as I hope they have been the last couple of years, to just how loose and careless we have been with our own private information, we will learn the answer is actually decentralization. If we own our own, what this means in terms of our own information and privacy in general is owning your own data. That means serving your own data from your own resources that you pay for yourself, instead of letting Facebook or Twitter or whatever hold your stuff and publish it on your behalf and make it available to others on your behalf. That's something that you should be doing. It's the same way with YouTube, for that matter, right? You should be able to put your video up, host it somewhere. Obviously, you have to pay someone to host it. But that service would be radically uncensored. The way to do that on a mass scale that is usable by everyone in the next 5 or 10 years is going to be the blockchain. Blockchain is going to be the thing that enables that to happen.
So maybe a vision of how we interact with the internet is at an ownership level, at a publishing level, we hold our stuff in a decentralized environment, and then we can play within these walled gardens. We can upload to YouTube from there if we want, but ultimately we don't give them permission to hold the ownership, as we probably have been with most of our digital
if we
lives.
think that they've been abusing it.
There's not that many people I feel like I can trust when thinking about the internet, but I feel like you're a voice that I can really honestly I can hear and take your advice. So I appreciate you chatting with us. Thank you all very much, and thanks for your patience, and have a great rest of the day. Thanks, Larry. Really appreciate it. All right, that was good. I enjoyed that. He's very technical, so it was trying to toe the line between technical and approachable. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you'll have me back again sometime.
Yay, we're a friend. Yay.
I think I've got everything.
Great. Like, you did really well with the interviewing.
That is it. That's a wrap. That's the end of day 3. It's all done and dusted. Another year complete. I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey. I know it's completely different from being in the woods, but it's all part of the same picture. It's how do we build a better world? How do we build a world that we can live in, that our kids can live in? There's not much of a better studio office to do it in, so I'll see you, I can't promise next week, but it'll be soon. And look out for the other videos coming out when we manage to get them online. Take it easy. I'm almost definitely cutting that, but yeah.